So, Parminder, I wanted to ask you this. Retention and risk taking are like two different aspects. Okay, the Gen Zs are very risk taking because when I talk to students, right, they are like, "Hey, boss, if a company gives you an internship, you are not eligible for any other placement. So you don't have an assurance of a PPO. You may not get an offer at the end of the internship, and you are opting out of all the other opportunities as well. What do you say? It's a risk worth taking. I'm coming to Bangalore. I'm working in a company. I'm going to be there for a year. If I'm going to be there for a year, I'll be meeting people at Sutta break. I'll be meeting people at restaurants, and I know so many other people are there. So if I'm really good at my job, first the company will give me an offer. If for some reason they are not able to give me an offer, I will find another company because you're here in Koramangala or Indranagar or in any co-working space. You walk out, everybody you talk to is a potential employer.
Yeah.
Everybody you talk to is a potential employer. When this is the attitude of the students, they are much more like they're like it's a risk worth taking, and I want to work in companies that give me exposure, not just payment. So, what do you want? Something to cover my living expense during the internship period is good enough, but post that, I want a good salary. I'm not taking anything less than 8 lakhs. One student kind of told that I will not take anything less than 12 lakhs per annum salary out of college. Then I wanted to be nice to him, and also at the same time ask him the question. I wanted to ask him, what have you done? You think that he's like, I have a GitHub repository. I have deployed these 4 products. These products are there online. You can see it in my microsite, and this is the work that I've done. If somebody who has just come to college for 4 years and graduated, and that person and I am being treated on the same scale, then I don't believe that I want to work in that company.
Yeah.
So, but for long-standing services companies, for us it's a standard package. Doesn't matter, if the guy is a top scorer or he just cleared his arrear. How do you kind of customize this?
See, that's an amazing combination, no? Risk taking plus the confidence that they're able to bargain the package even when they have not started sailing the boat. So I think it's a good combination once they get into the streamlined system, where things are not as rosy as they thought it would be. So, but then if they have these elements of taking the risk, because they perhaps have this trust in themselves to take things, forward henceforth once they start going into the system for a longer way. It's a very good combination to have those folks in the system, but again, we need to retain them, maintaining the pace with them. First of all, we really need to understand if they are in the right group of people. Maybe a traditional manager might not gel with such a individual, at least because, see, they people who are freshers, out of college, they're very much like teenagers. Anybody who has teenage children, they can really relate, a parent and a teenager, because a company needs to understand that aspect of a fresher. You give them some space and do not micromanage them. This is really important. The first point is do not micromanage, but again, touch base with them on a very regular basis, as good as daily. Talk to them twice a day, because they should know, okay, there is someone I can talk to. Earn their trust. This only has to be earned. Even though if I have a reputation of being a very giant company with a lot of niche technologies, but then if my employee or even a fresher doesn't have trust in me, they keep on micromanaging. Every half an hour she'll ping me and ask for an update, so they'll come up with reasons. They're creative also. So, so I think, yeah, we need to give them that freedom, but at the same time, communication is the key element. In fact, communication at every levels, not only professional, personal, everywhere, communication is a key ingredient for anything that you want to be a success. So here, if you have a relevant conversation on a regular basis, a good communication, not just talking, it could also be, maybe just sending out a praise to them. Hey, today you worked really well. Hey, you presented it really well. On a very small levels, keep them motivated. So I think that will retain such talent. So I've seen people who have been come up from very big institutes. They are very ambitious, but then if we are not able to handle them properly, they get bored and they're like, "Keep your package. I'm moving out." So they don't even want money at that point. Okay, if there is someone who's like, okay, I want 12 lakhs, this is what I'm worth. They are talking this because there is something which is a differentiating factor. It's for us to tap. So I think there is where the whole secret lies.